Today, in this topic about spirituality, I have spoken about first being in an enlightened state or what is enlightenment. Then I've spoken about being true and how this true, right, true and wrong and right and wrong works. And today I'm going to speak about how, no matter how much you know, you should always keep your mind open to a counter view or a understanding otherwise. You know, increasingly people believe because they have so much education and awareness, there is nothing more new that they need to know, and there is a lot of finality about their understanding when they're dealing with people. I work with a lot of compassion and understanding in my heart and a lot of reasoning as well in my mind. And I am open to listening to what the other person has to say. And, if I had to speak about myself, there was a point where I was amazingly positive, so positive that I refused to see the wrong side or the wrong in a person or a evil or a bad in a person. I just believed everybody was truly very, very good and positive. That's not how one should function in this world. It's okay to believe in the good of the people, but you should also keep your mind open to not to the fact that not everybody is very positive and some people are just trying to damage you or steal from you. And this comes from my ability to listen and a great observation about people. So, no matter what I believe, I will always listen to the counter view or what the person has to say otherwise. And because I listen to as much is told to me, intuitively I'm able to arrive at a certain understanding which is sequenced at a very higher tier. So it has also happened that lot of times, because I put so much effort in trying to understand what is right, what is wrong, and where is the wrong and where is the right, I've been gifted psychically that I get a warmth, a certain warmth on my face when I understand something right and I interpret or get a understanding right, and I get a warmth in a certain way when I get the understanding wrong. It is the universal way or universe love sent to me to arrive or conclude the right understanding or interpretation or be more aware of my environment. So, having said all this, I now wanted to speak about a certain personality. And the reason I wanted to talk about this topic is because I want the certain conflict to end and this country to become gentle. So I'm talking about China, and a certain vision I had about the Chinese premier Xi Jinping, and I wanted to speak about it and how big, powerful, and true he is in this universe. And it is very important that when you are so big and so heavily supported in the universe, you are also a bit more kind. So, this is around the time in, I think, we are in 2023. Sometime in 2021, there was a great amount of news. 2020, 2021, there was this very big news about Chinese incursion, or them again grabbing some part of Indian land only by force and might, and India's decision to not fight. We don't want war. you know per se, India as a country is very god fearing, and nobody wants a bloodbath. No administrator wants it, and definitely India didn't want it. And Chinese don't stop. China is forever encroaching. They are building homes now in Indian territory, some part of Arunachal. See, the reason why I'm speaking about this in spirituality is because I'm going to talk about a certain vision, and how universe will build a certain understanding about certain people. So this was the time when China was going had again encroached and taken up a great piece of land from India, and their army is forever moving or encroaching, for constantly there is a conflict about border. They never settle it. It's like it's forever going on, and they just don't want to settle, or move out of this fighting or a warring zone. So I was fed up of this news repeatedly. I was listening to it. I was getting these news flashes on my mobile constantly. It was there on the TV, and I was so fed up and angry with China. And then I was just watching one video, and then I saw in the video the Chinese premier Xi Jinping is standing, and he says something, and there are some people listening to him who were locals and some reporters. And then uh, the Chinese premier Xi Jinping said whatever he had to say, and then he ended his talk with a smile, which was more like this, and while he just did this, his people were all clapping, and they were going like this, they were like, oh, so full of happiness, joy, falling all over. And I said, what is this? What are people reacting to his smile and what he has said? I said his smile is so fake. This is what I had said when I looked at the video, and I wasn't very happy with China. And this is what I said. That day I had a dream. In the dream, I don't talk about the entire dream. It was actually a very, very elaborate dream. I see Xi Jinping smile at me, and it was again this kind of a smile. And I felt that smile. It hit me, and I couldn't believe it, how powerful his smile was. And that smile stayed with me for 3 months after that. I just couldn't get over that smile. You know, that time I remembered one thing. I realized something. This universe supports Xi Jinping very heavily, and he's very, very true. He's truly working for his people, and they were truly very, very happy. And it was not a fake smile. When I look back at it, why would this universe correct me with the dream? That do you want to say the smile was fake now? It wasn't fake. There was a lot of effort and a great intention behind his smile. And he had possibly done a lot of work for the people to feel that joy and happiness of him announcing or telling something. After that dream, my perception completely changed about China. As more and more I read and watch videos, I see it as a very well run country where people are truly very happy. And still can't understand what is the conflict and why would China not end the conflict for whatever reason they are fighting with India for. And they come across as very punishing with other countries as well. But I know it that he's somebody very big uh, in this universe, that he's so heavily supported, that this universe would correct my understanding that this is how much effort they put into making people's life good. I spiritually hold very big titles. I hold the title of Buddha in Buddhist religion, Guru Nanak in Sikh religion, Lord Vishnu and Goddess Lakshmi in Hindu religion, Allah in Muslim religion, and Mother Mary in the Christian religion. What happens if, let's say, somebody who's so true, China with their premier is so true a country which is heavily supported, gets into a conflict or a fight with a country which actually has a god walking in it? So, being in the enlightened state, I would request China to not do any more aggression on Indian land and to settle the conflict for once and all, and to return all the land they have taken by force. They've even taken some water sources, they should return that and then settle down in peace. Because no matter how true and big you are in this universe, when there is somebody as big as me, enlightened, and if I get into conflict with China, I've spoken about it in my earlier vlog, I cannot be defeated. I will win. So, and I also believe China should add more kindness to their outlook with other countries. Whether it is the loan terms with Sri Lanka and not put that financial duress on the country by having such great financial obligation or financial stress put out on some country. So, this was what I wanted to talk about spirituality, that when you're true, amazingly true, that you're working hard, you intend well, and you mean everything, and you truly care for people, this universe will come to your aid. This universe corrected my perception and understanding about the Chinese Premier Xi Jinping. Then I casually had commented, looking at a video, that his smile is so fake. And after that dream, I got hit by his smile so hard. I just know how big and true he is, and the smile was definitely not fake. That is how much the universe is working for a country which is so true. So, when you're so big and true and magnanimous, I see China becoming an enlightened country if it were to become kind and settle their conflict with other countries.